Back from the Frank Center for the Performing Arts, Executive Director Jacob Gates. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome back. I said performing arts, but it's for the arts. It's for all arts.
Yes, yes.
And you're also, it turns out, and this is news to me, Jacob Gates is also, AKA J. Gabriel Gates, published author.
True story. I tried to keep it a secret, but it got out. What can you do?
Well, it's amazing. You've got several books that you've written, and here are 3 of those, and
Yep.
2 of them are here.
Yes, indeed.
This one's brand new.
Yeah, that's the latest one that came out. I launched that one. I did a Kickstarter to launch that one, which is my first time ever doing one of those, which was very successful. Hit the funding goal in just a couple days. And yeah, and then the other series is the Luck God series. It's urban fantasy, so magic and stuff in the real world. It takes place in Detroit, yeah. So the books are doing really well. People seem to enjoy them. So
Nice.
yeah.
Now, I was surprised to see that you have a huge TikTok audience, 13,000 followers.
Yeah.
TikTok. So, how did you amass such a following?
I guess people just like what I have to say on there, but it's a really interesting platform. It was a big day when I passed, so I live in Marshall, 7,000 people. So when I passed 7,000 followers on TikTok, right, that was a pretty big day for me. No, it's an amazing community of just people who really love books. They're passionate about it. They love talking about books. They really self-identify as book people, and it's kind of honestly a utopia for a reader and a writer to go on there and just all these people are very enthusiastic and supportive, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read your book, and then you get feedback, and then they make videos about your book once they read it, so it's really cool.
Nice. So your audience is teenagers for your books.
So yeah, the Luck God series is a YA series, so young adult. The protagonist is a teenager. The Lamplighters is middle grade, so it's kind of like 9-10 years old and up. But any of these are books that an adult could enjoy as well. Certainly, it's kind of books for the whole family. But the age of the protagonist is what makes it teen or middle grade.
So I'm curious about your path to publishing, because you've had 9 books and you've done some self-publishing, and Amazon they're designed to help self-published authors. But your last book, you chose to step away from that and do everything yourself.
Well, so the first 5 books I had published through a traditional publisher,
Okay.
HCI Books, who did the original Chicken Soup for the Soul
Oh, yeah.
series. I had an agent, all that kind of stuff. And then for my most recent 4 books now that have just come out, I started my own publishing company, which is Steed Publishing and Media, and decided to take that on myself. I had just developed a lot more skills in terms of marketing and design and stuff like that. And there are so many more tools than there used to be years ago in terms of tools for formatting a book, tools for and cover designers that are freelance that make beautiful covers. And so now with all those pieces in place, it's more accessible than ever before to create a book that's totally indistinguishable from a traditionally published book and put it out there, and people love it. So
Very cool. Well, congratulations.
thank you.
So in between all your writing and book signing, you've got a big event this weekend that you're working on.
Yeah, I'll put on my Frank Center hat now and talk about ice, wine, beer, and blues. So yeah, that's one of our very biggest events of the year. We get about 600 people in downtown Marshall. So there's live ice sculpting. This year's theme is video games, so that's going to be really fun. And there's 10 different tasting locations downtown. 5 have beer, 5 have wine. And you can come down, buy a tasting wristband. You can also, if you want to, buy an artisan-made mug as well. And you just go sort of store to store there, and you can try samples of beer, samples of wine, mingle with folks. It's a great thing to get together a group of friends and walk around downtown, check out the live ice sculpting, and have some samples. And there's also food. There's appetizers from restaurants throughout town. Mm-hmm. So it's a super fun event.
Yeah, perfect weather for an ice carving, ice sculpting event. We'll be at Friday night below zero, perhaps.
The ice is going to last. That's
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we do this event, and then it's like by like the next day, it's like the ice is halfway melted, and you're like, oh, that's too bad. It's all that time and stuff that they spend in it. So we're very positive that the ice is going to last last a long time. So that's
Well,
good.
it's really to have ice and wine and beer, to have such a winter feel for this weekend. It's going to add to the event, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is just such a great wintertime event because you have the outside time where you're watching these amazing artists create these sculptures. I don't know how they do it; it's pretty incredible. But then you get to go inside and be cozy and have some food and some drinks and mingle with people, and then you can venture out again once you're warmed up and check out some more ice sculptures. So, and of course, all in beautiful downtown Marshall, which is fun.
Yeah, it's great downtown. Now we saw the pottery. So you buy those, and those are actually made by someone in Marshall,
Yeah,
right?
Eric Strader is an East End Gallery artisan who creates those. Those are all custom made. Each one is individual, and we've had those for past years as well. So some people buy them one year and then they bring them back the next year, and so it's kind of fun. You see people with their own cup, and and you can just take that to each store and have it filled up.
Cool. And the goblets, you can buy it right there Friday night.
Yes, yeah. I recommend buying them ahead of time just in case they sell out. And you can go to the website, thefrank.org, and buy a tasting pass and the goblets, and also a pass for the second part of the event, which is Saturday night, big blues concert by Nora Jean Wallace, who is a fantastic Chicago blues performer. So you can just snag all those tickets online.
So that's kind of a bonus. You can enjoy all the festivities downtown, and then the concert. You got to buy a ticket though to get into the concert.
You have to buy a ticket, yeah, and you can buy those all together on the website, or you can buy them separately. And there's also other things going on downtown Saturday. In the morning, they're going to continue the ice sculpting, which makes it kind of fun for kids or whatever that don't want to be out late at night on Friday can come the next day, check out some sculpting. There's shopping specials from some of the stores downtown as well. So it's a great excuse to get out in downtown Marshall.
Yeah, I think it's back in its full-blown pre-COVID format, because you had to scale it back a little bit.
Yeah, so 2 years ago it was canceled, unfortunately, because of the pandemic. The next year we were hoping to be back to full capacity, but a wave hit right before, so we actually had to limit it to 200, which was a bummer. And then this year we're back to full force, so we're hoping to get back to 500 or 600 people down there and make it a big event again.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night and then a fun day in beautiful downtown Marshall. So what's new in downtown Marshall? Any new stores?
Well, we're excited about Torti Taco just came in, Mexican place. Folks who are familiar with their locations in Battle Creek, they have 2 locations in Battle Creek and are expanding to Marshall. So I think all of Marshall is pretty excited about that, because their food is great, and they're in the old Zarzuela building, which is right next to the Frank Center. So I'm happy about it. I can pop over there for lunch and
I
grab
miss
some tacos.
Zarzuela. That was a great restaurant.
Yeah,
But
sorry to lose
what's
them.
in taco? Tony Taco?
Torti Taco.
Torti Taco.
Yep.
All right, cool. So it's this weekend, starting Friday night, continuing all day Saturday, and then all winter is like a busy lineup of events at the Frank.
Yeah, we're really busy. We have the next thing we have coming up is Newsies, which is a collaboration with Marshall High School. So it's going to be in their big theater on their big stage, and it's like 75 middle schooler and high school students are coming together for that production. So it's going to be a huge one. It's going to be amazing. So we're really excited about that first time collaboration. And then the next thing we have coming up is Ada Leanne, and you may have seen her on the American Song Contest show on NBC. She was I think a semi-finalist on that show. It's a wonderful song, Natalie. So we're super excited about that one.
Nice. Are you ever going to have a book signing at the Brew Coffee Cafe or anyplace else?
I think I ought to. I've been so busy on TikTok, right? I have not sat down in person and done a signing in a while, but it's probably about time for me to do one of those. Yeah.
Now, for the people that the market, the young adults or the elementary school, do they need to start the book? Is it a series, or is each book standalone?
So this one is Girl of Hearts is book 1 of the Luck God series. So right now there are 2 full books out in that series, and then there's one that people can download and read for free on my website. It's called The Thief and the Lucky Boy, and it's a novella from that series. So it's a good way for people to just if they're not sure if they're going to like my work or not, or they've never read urban fantasy or something, they can download that book, check it out. It's a good little introduction to the series. So there's three in that series. That's the young adult series, and then the other one is the one it's standalone. The Lamplighters is a middle grade standalone.
The newest one.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
Yep.
All right. A couple more things coming up at the Frank Center. We've got the competition, the video awards.
Yeah, Michigan Music Video Awards, our second one of those, and that one has blown up this year in terms of submissions. We got over 80 submissions for music videos, some really, really amazing professional music videos in this one. So our committee is going to have our work cut out for ourselves as we choose who to include. So soon there'll be a list of live performers we'll be releasing, and then of course the award nominees. And then we have Sweetwater Warblers coming to the Frank Center. May Erlewine, Rachel Davis, and Lindsay Liu are a trio of just super duper talented performers. So we're excited about that. And then we have the Big Fat Meanies coming up, a little more of a rock edge with them, kind of, I don't know, Paramore, ska vibe with them. So we're super excited about bringing that rock energy. And then we have the Art of Drag coming up with headliner Detox, who people who are familiar with RuPaul's Drag Race will know Detox. So you want to snag your tickets soon for that one.
Cool. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks so much.
The executive director of the Frank Center for the Arts and author of The Lamplighters, Jacob Gates and J. Gabriel Gates. More to come. We've got our latest in the Meet the JTV Staff series. There's Ben Tripp. He's standing by in the green room and is next. Stay with us.